Hi guys, everyone, and welcome in this new video. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Boris. I'm from the band TRYGLAV'S. And I released an album called A Night to Whispering Souls last year. It's a horror black metal album, and I was inspired by my love about horror movies and stories, especially 80s. And today I want to talk about what kind of movie inspired my 7 songs of my debut album, which I want to remember came out last year, May 31, for Rockshot Records Extreme Metal Music. And it's available everywhere in every platform, so if you're curious to listen it, go to Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, whatever you want. If you love physical copies, they are all available everywhere, eBay, Amazon. It's actually on discount, I guess, so check it out. So the first song of the album is called Under My Skin. And was the main influences for this song. It was a movie called The Thing, released in 1982, directed by John Carpenter. I think it's one of my favorite movies ever. If you read the lyrics of the song, it's basically me telling the story of the movie from the beginning to the end. It's a classic. It's one of my favorite movies ever. The special effects are really, really good. Something that you will never see in today's movies. It's all about computer graphics and stuff like that, and it's really sad. And you should check it out because it's a really, really awesome thriller horror movies with an awesome special effect. The second song of the album, and which is one of the favorites for most of the people and mine also, is called Night to Whispering Souls. The favorite song, I guess, for most of the people who listen it. It's a fast song. The main, the movie that inspired me this time was Friday the 15th. The lyrics are not about it, not about Friday the 15th, but it was. I was that in my mind when I was writing that. I was imagining Jason, the lake, the night, the forest, and stuff like that. So I wrote this song. It's more about my character that I made, but also was inspired by this movie. I want to remember that Friday the 13th is a film directed by Sean S. Cunningham. It came out in 1980, and it's still a classic. It's not one of those movies that you remember for how beautiful they are, but it's a classic. He started just a iconic classic, and have it tattooed by arms. I have to finish it. It's Jason and the mask behind. I have to finish the mask. It's work in progress. The third song is called Deadline. This song was actually inspired by George A. Romero, the master of zombie movies, let's say the father of zombie movies, and it was inspired by Zombie, the movie Zombie. Let's say that I can say that I was inspired, but to every movie he made, Night of the Living Dead, Land of the Dead, The Day of the Dead. I love all his movies, but if I have to choose one, I have to say Zombie. It's not there's no reference to the movie. It's my story, let's say, like in Night Whispering Soul, but I was inspired by it. It's kind of a zombie story who kill people, but also have let's say a conscious. That was a story that I create for this song. It's good also to remember that movie came out in 1978. It's a classic. It's one of the best zombie movies, especially considering how low was the budget at the time for his movies. Fourth song of the album is called Evil Dead. And I don't think that need any presentation. It's basically a classic. Every horror fan have to have seen this movie. I have tattooed it on my arm. You can see the cover of the first movie here, and also I have the girl who cut herself in the mouth from the remake, because I actually think that it's one of the few good remakes that they ever made, because usually a remake sucks, and this one is really good. It doesn't have the atmosphere of the past movie, of course, but for being a modern horror movie, it's really, really good. By the way, the lyrics are totally inspired by the movie. It was directed, and it's good to remember that it was directed to Sam Raimi, who actually didn't direct anything good. He came out from horror to direct Spider-Man. What a waste. But yeah, the movie is so great. From 1981, and if I remember correct, he made this movie with his friends, and one of those was Bruce Campbell, who became famous for this role. And to be honest, I read that they are planning to do another one. It will start in 2021, and I can't wait, because I know that there will be Bruce Campbell in, so let's hope. Fifth song of the album is Creature of the Night. This song was inspired by the movie called Fright Night from 1985, directed by Tom Holland, and with a couple of good stars like Chris Sarandon and William Ragsdale, that I think that they nailed the movie. Really good movie. It's one of my favorites also again. Never get annoyed about it. It's so good. Don't have any tattoos for now, but I will add for sure because I love it. Still have a full arm. By the way, the film is a classic. Everyone have to watch it. It's a classic teen horror movie. Love the genre, love the movie. It's amazing. Check it out if you didn't watched it yet. Sixth song of the album is called Werewolf. And this time I was inspired by the movie called Wolf with Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. It's a good movie. It's a movie from 1994. Considering that I started to don't like horror movies from 90s because they started to use special effects and stuff like that, computer effects, sorry, that I never liked. And but this one is really good. This one is really good and inspired me for the lyrics. Of course, it's not influenced like Evil Dead or Fright Night or Creature of the Night, sorry, where I talked, especially in the movie, but in this time too I didn't have any reference to the movie, but I was inspired about it. So, same from the others, good movies. If you didn't saw it, check it out. Really good one. Next song of the album, seventh song, I guess. I don't know if I say that correct, but it's called Beyond the Limit. This one wasn't inspired by any movie. To be honest, at the first time when I started to write lyrics, I was inspired by the movie called The Fly, which is one of the best horror movies. I changed the lyrics because they didn't fix well with the song, and I changed it, and basically this song is not about the movie The Fly, but it's about serial killers. I was watching some documentaries and I started to have this inspiration, let's say, and basically it's a story, but from the killer perspective. Nothing that I make them looks cool or stuff like that, like other bands do, and they really don't know why they do that. But it's like the struggling of being kind of crazy, you know, and do stuff that you maybe don't want to do, but you're basically crazy, so you do. And yeah, so this song was inspired by the serial killers and no movies. So this was the last song for the album. I want to thank you if you stayed until here watching this video. I want also to say that more videos are coming, not just covers or video like that, but also vlogs. So if you're curious, just subscribe to and put the notification bell on so you will not lose any content. Before we leave the video, I just want to remember that my album Night of Whispering Souls is available everywhere. Digital store, Spotify, Deezer and stuff like that. Again, physical copies are available everywhere, so if you're curious to listen it and support me, just go to the Spotify or whatever you want, just listen the music and share with your friends. It will be already enough and I will be happy with it. So guys, that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this one, and let me know in the comments what you think about, what's your favorite horror movies, and see you in the next video. Cheers!